I've been a part of these films since part 5 or the end of, actually part 6. Get it right. I get confused about how many they've done. Ah, breathe.
Right. So first of all, thank you so much for having me today. Could I please ask, what made you want to be part of this Fast and Furious spin-off?
Well, I've been a part of these films since part 5 or the end of, actually part 6. Get it right. I get confused about how many they've done. Yeah, I did a little tag at the end of part 6 that seemed to be sort of well received. End up doing part 7. Sort of caused a little stink in there, and they said, "Oh, it's going well. Come back, please do another one." And so after part 8, we sort of established that me and Dwayne, the two characters, Hobbs and Shaw, were sort of quite entertaining for a lot of the fans. So there was speak of maybe we spin these off, expand out the universe. And you never understand whether it's a reality or whether it's just Hollywood talk. But, you know, that came a script. Next thing you know, I came on as a producer with Dwayne. So we had a large sort of input on what we was going to do on screen and how the story sort of laid itself out. So as a producer, it made a lot of sense for me to, you know, get stuck into something nice and big. And I knew that the director was an old friend from the stunt world that I've trained with for many years. He's sort of been a second unit director on many movies that I've done, and I worked with all of his stunt team, so it made sense. You know, it was financially smart.
Well,
and we had a lot of creative influence on it, and I was getting to work with people I knew really, really well. So for all those reasons.
You mentioned, you know, your tight-knit community with the stunt team there, and I've seen you've said in the past that you know, stunt acting in itself should be recognised for more awards. Like, it should be a category at the Oscars, which I absolutely agree with you. How can we make that happen for these people?
Well, look, I mean, there's so many things that get unnoticed and unrecognised, and when you're making movies, there's so many different types of movies that satiate lots of different types of appetites. You know, we're sort of in the motion picture industry, and there's nothing more motion about a movie than an action movie. You know, so. You know, making action films requires a massive element of people putting themselves in danger, people giving incredible physical expression, and, you know, a lot of these people are doubling actors and making them look fabulous, and they're taking, you know, no credit for any of that. And I do think there's a certain injustice to that, because they are extremely talented, they work many, many hours to hone a great skill. And of all the people that have any impact on the end product, these are the favourite people of mine to work with, because they have no ego, and I think they truly do deserve massive recognition, because of all the people they're putting in so much of their heart and soul and risking an incredible amount of danger for no thanks. Yeah. Sorry for that big answer.
No, perfect. And, you know, we're teaming up with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the Hobbs Shaw. The film is largely about you two feuding, but what did you find that you have in common with Dwayne The Rock Johnson from working together?
We both use the same clipper for the haircut. No, I'm trying to think what we do have in common. I guess in terms of the Hobbs and Shaw characters, I think that's the important part, is we put family first, and we are driven by the greater good of doing something for others before something for ourselves, and yet the ego that these two guys have would say everything against that. So once you strip that away, they are essentially, you know, good guys.
Final question, you're a certified action star. People have seen you kicking ass on films for so long now. But so many people are now making the jump to TV. Could we ever see Jason Statham in his own TV series?
You know what? We've tried to develop something quite recently, and we continue to pursue that as a platform for somewhere to put our movies out. There's so many great actors, so many great directors, so many great writers that are now involved with TV. It's just it's a great place, because not always do there's a certain sort of way that studios look at films, and to release a movie to the public on many screens is a very expensive way to do things, and it's a very high risk. Yet on a streaming platform, you can do certain artistic films that wouldn't necessarily do so well, maybe at the box office, but certainly are incredible movies. So and TV series, you get to really delve deep into the characters. It's a great place that I'm surely going to get involved with at some point.
You're open to it then?
Oh yeah, of course.